I give you the map. You are willing to do that?
Yeah.
It's the main point, because everyone wants to be Cristiano, but I give you the map. You think you will do it then? It's difficult. It's
the discipline.
We're drowning in motivation, but we're starving for discipline. Yes, half the time you will not be motivated to achieve your goals for that day. So is it really motivation that counts? It all starts with the motivation to improve something. Let's say your shooting technique. You train for a week, everything seems to be going well, yet at the game you suck. The motivation you had melts away. So what was once a habit of shooting practice becomes a habit of skipping it. This was me for more than 5 years. I would lazily skip the gym, leave my dirty training equipment lying around, and my room was a mess. I didn't realize that by doing this, I was destroying my discipline. This is because it became a lot easier to let other areas of my life slip. I began thinking, I can start that work later. All these negative habits began compounding. My mindset was literally fucked. I started to realize that if I'm not fit to even get up and clean my own gear, how can I ever expect to achieve success? It took me a long time to understand how discipline really works, so I'm giving you my experience for free. I guarantee that if you literally every day get up and do these things I'm going to tell you, you will realize that, what the heck, discipline is so easy, bro. Number 1, start small and build up. The journey to becoming disciplined in football starts with the smallest of actions. You don't need to make a grand gesture to invoke discipline. It begins by doing the little things that you don't feel like doing. Right now, wherever you are, take out a notebook and write down the most important information from this video. Just write it down. This simple act will get you out of the comfort of watching videos without taking notes. Don't make excuses. Pick up that notebook and start writing. Writing is not a difficult thing to do, yet your brain is telling you excuses not to do it. But if you do it anyway, then you get 1 discipline point. Next, add a small physical task, like right now, hit 10 push-ups during the video. This way you create a little more discipline. Think of discipline as a game. Ask yourself, what does my brain not want to do right now? Then go and simply do it. Maybe it's running an extra lap after practice, or maybe it's staying back to work on your footwork. These small acts of defiance against your comfort zone will gradually build your discipline. As you keep pushing yourself, things you thought were impossible to do become really easy. Actually, the key is to progressively overload your discipline. Start small, and as these small challenges become part of your comfort zone, take on bigger ones. Number 2, reduce screen time. The average teenager spends around 8 hours on their phone every day. That's nearly 1/3 of your day. Imagine if you spent that time honing your football skills instead. Your phone is a tool, not a master. It should serve your goals, not distract you from them. First, identify where your time is going. Check your screen time stats and see which apps are consuming most of your attention. Recognize these distractions and just delete them. I'm sure some of you are making up excuses, but do it for your own good. And, you should stop watching porn. Delete that shit. What I want you to understand is that you must transform your phone from a distraction to a tool. From now on, if you have to check your phone, do it knowing what you are going to look for. Number 3, foresee failure. Imagine you set an ambitious goal for yourself, like scoring the most goals in a season. The initial excitement of the goal drives you to train harder and improve your skills. However, as the season progresses, you face challenges, missed opportunities, or even injuries. In those moments, it's tempting to lower your expectations and seek temporary relief. You might think, maybe my goal was too ambitious. I should aim for something more realistic. But what lies beyond that temporary comfort? By lowering your expectations, you might feel less pressure, but you also lose the drive that pushes you to excel. I find that the best solution to this kind of problem is to try to imagine the worst-case scenario if we had to choose that moment of comfort, instead of fighting to the last. If I decide to pass it instead of facing the opponent one-on-one, it certainly gives me more confidence. But will this be the right choice that will bring me success? Is it not better to face the defender and try to score to lead me to improvement? Constantly choosing comfort will certainly lead you to failure. So in these moments, try to think what your future would be if you avoid facing your weaknesses. The key is to be honest with yourself. When something goes wrong, don't just brush it off with excuses. Reflect on what happened and why. Were you really too tired to train? Or did you stay up too late the night before? This approach will instill you a deep sense of discipline that will benefit you in all areas of life. Number 4, challenge yourself. I've discovered an effective method to foster discipline in football, and it's remarkably straightforward. You should challenge yourself to outperform the player you were yesterday. Here's how I approach it. Every training session, I initiate a timer on my phone the moment I begin practicing. Whenever I pause for a break or lose focus, I halt the timer, even for brief intervals like grabbing water. The objective is to accumulate more focused training time than the previous day. I strive to avoid unnecessary breaks or distractions, fully aware that the timer isn't running. Before retiring for the night, I jot down the total time spent in focused training. Even if you initially achieve only 20 minutes, steadily surpassing this benchmark becomes motivating. This technique can be used in any field other than football. The fact of marking all the progress made from one day to the next will create the necessary momentum to be able to recognize that the you of yesterday was weaker than the you of now. Number 5. Consistency. I've struggled with consistency for most of my life. I couldn't wake up early unless school demanded it. I couldn't stick to beneficial routines like daily meditation and walks. This is because I thought discipline was just a matter of willpower. But the truth is, willpower alone isn't the key. Willpower is a limited resource. A study once asked participants to resist eating cookies and then complete a difficult puzzle. Those who resisted the cookies gave up on the puzzle sooner than those who could indulge. Their willpower was already depleted. The first step to fostering consistency is to conserve your mental energy. Simplify your decisions like many successful people do, by wearing the same clothes daily. But this alone isn't enough. True discipline comes from subconscious programming, not constant resistance. Consider a habit like working out. If it felt as effortless as tying your shoes, you'd have more willpower reserved for genuine challenges. Most disciplined individuals aren't constantly battling their urges. Their habits are ingrained in their subconscious. So, how do you achieve this level of consistency in football? It begins with understanding that your reasons for being disciplined might not be compelling enough. Our brains seek the easiest path to a reward. If your goal is to be fit so you can play video games guilt-free, your brain will prompt you to take the easiest route to those rewards now. Hence, without strong, deep-rooted reasons, your discipline wavers. To cultivate real consistency, define your positive goals. Ask yourself why you want these goals and keep digging deeper until you reach a compelling reason. Write down your goals and reasons. Visualize both the desired outcomes and the negative consequences of failure. Over time, this practice will reprogram your subconscious, making discipline a natural part of your identity. Let us know your determination by commenting below. I will be the best player in the world. And which is your favorite football team? This is Protocol.